almost certainly Taco thinks it's clear and he'll be dead in the next few seconds, I'd imagine. Twist does get something done, but Taco and the bomb go down, and that's going to be rounds, and that's the money also gone for Team Liquid. Finally, NIP, it took them 4 rounds in a row. Well, they did give one away in the process, but now with the reset in there and the Sage weaponry, Twist will save the AK. You can see we've got our 3K per player. Shouldn't be a buy here, maybe some Deagles. That'd be about it. I don't expect them to force into it. It's not really worth it. If you've got NIP on the ropes financially, that might be a consideration. I think we can reset them right now, but I don't think that'll be the case. I think just a little partial buy here to go with Twist AK. It's definitely worth him saving it. The way he's playing right now, he can carry the rounds with some CZs around him. Let's see whether that's going to be the case. There it is. Pistols only. A few flashbangs. They're going to smoke towards middle. Might just be a bit of a ruse just to make it look like a default. Indeed, they'll just rush B. Commonly going to be Taco there alone. But for now, he's going to bring everyone over with him. Lecro with the AWP, misses the first shot, and the grenades will come through, and that will be their cue to strike. But there's Forest and Lecro going to town, and that should be round from two. I don't think Twist will pick this one up. My goodness, Forest. Didn't see it, but it sounded very, very crisp. I'm sure it was a nice little spray down. That's why he uses the Silence M4, one of the true OGs still rocking that weapon. Very good, very precise. The only caveat is it has a lot less ammo in reserve. So here we go. Oh my god.
It's not bad. We get to see it in the replay. Pretty precise. Pretty much all headshots except for the one on Twist. Either way, that's confidence. If you said it Force started off slow with 0 and 5, sometimes struggles to get into games. He's certainly in this one after those 4 kills, and it's only 1 round between them, so Liquid's, I guess you want to call it a stranglehold. Remember how dominant they were in the first 2 gun rounds especially, and how quick they were on the pistol. It looked like they were shutting down an IP at every pass. That's all changed. All changed entirely, and Forrest is the man to do it yet again. 2 on Catwalk as he backs into the ladder room. They push the smokes. The flash never caught Forrest in completion, and it was easy at that point.
You don't want to make him angry. You can see what happens. He went 0 and 5. He's had enough, and he's gone from the very bottom of the scoreboard right at the top now, 11 and 7. 2 amazing kills there, holding towards CPL. Smokes down, they try to push through it, looking for that trade, but he gets both kills, and that's job done. He doesn't have the challenge anymore as they fall back and just hold the bomb sites. You do not have to go and patrol middle at this point. Let them have it. It's not a bomb site. You've got a huge advantage here. They're looking for picks. Don't give them a chance. Make them fully commit towards a bomb site before they get a target. So back towards A they go. Remember, Twist only with the UMP here. They do not have a single smoke man. So how do they even justify making this round possible? How do they walk into a site? It's going to take some amazing shots here. And NIP should just hold the correct crossfires. No one has to be challenging even the choke points. Make them fully commit, like I said.
So Rez looking to try and take advantage of Shadow. Molotov does go down from above. That forces him out. Elige this time is waiting. Mistakes won't happen twice. Timing not off as Elige works back toward the site. Dennis wants to get in position on the op. 2 at fire. One of them's got to leave there eventually. They do, and Dennis can't act quick enough, so bomb will go down default. The fact that they force him off the angle on the AWP as well means they can get it planted, but there's no further utility, which means NAF has to respond to the fact that they've already lost a player, so 2 does Twist. He's the last alive. 1 versus 2. As Forrest falls immediately in his hands, it's now Lecro over top. Twist knows where he is, goes back out, and nails the shot. I was going to say manages to get away with it because he didn't need to repeat that. He could have played it on the bomb, but nonetheless, it's Liquid's round.
It's not his style, Matt. He wants to go for
he
the
is
frags.
flashy, isn't he?
Yeah, he wants to show his aim off, and fair play to him. We can't argue with these results. Absolutely fantastic by him. The audacity, you're right, to go for that pick, not required, but sometimes those are the picks that work the best because the CT's assuming that's the way you're going to play. You're going to be waiting for him to touch the bomb. He'll knife out and try and get close to it, but you're there like a turret, ready to go, confident in your own ability. And it will be Team Liquid to pick the round up. You can see they're still not feeling too comfortable. There will be a Deagle, a UMP, even after winning the previous round. It came down to that 1 versus 1. NIP have a firm upper hand, but another B rush coming through. It's Lecro to defend with Forrest. They've done a very good job of holding it off. They got the correct incendiaries, as you can see, coming into that position. And nice response with the Molotov. Actually does a ton of damage towards Lecro there. They'll have to fall back on 43 HP, and they'll go back into their default here. That cost them almost all their utilities. They've still got 3 Molotovs, sure. They are good at flushing CTs out, but the smokes and the flashbangs, they're the bread and butter of the map. 1 minute 15. Only significant damage was inflicted towards Lecro. So we'll see what the reposition leads to here from Team Liquid. They are going to still probe towards B. That's where the bomb is as well. Taco, I was about to say, if you're going to walk in with Eagle, make sure that bomb is not on your back. That could be an absolute disaster. Nice position from Lecro. Can't see the heads, but you can certainly spray down the kneecaps. Hit him where it hurts.
Used to be an adventurer like you.
Yeah, exactly. Bit of Skyrim there for you. Yep.
Forrest does catch one. Nitro dropping in. He's been remarkable on this catwalk position again. Controls it, times it to perfection. However, he's not prepared for Elige to arrive late. He's only got 9 HP, and he's got 200 to find. Get Right and Rez both unscathed so far in the round. Bomb plant in, though? Yeah, not bad at all things considered. Flashed off. Doesn't lose his vision in full duration, but was not anticipating Get Right to swing in from catwalk as he did. 7-6. Nip holding their own, absolutely.
Yeah, Liquid certainly were dictating the pace when they controlled the money. After winning the pistol, you can see they carried the momentum forward. Lots of fast-paced strategies as soon as they lost a round. Just changing things up from slow to fast, and now they're starting to drop off. NIP looked a lot more comfortable since Forrest has come online, and why wouldn't you when he's hitting almost absolutely every single shot at this point, holding the beast bomb side like an absolute boss here. And it's now round number 14. We really have flown by in this first half. It started off quite slow, but now we're really into it. It's going to be another eco for Liquid. They did get reset with the bomb being planted. Still not enough. It's $1,400 plus the 800. So as you can see, 2k per player. Deagles, a PT50, no armor, no nades. Should be quite a convincing NIP round. We've got a bit of aggression here. I think for the first time, I haven't seen too much. Dennis is going to struggle here, though. Against those rounds, you know, they've got pistols. I'm not a massive fan of pushing up like that, but still, they're going to win the round. It's number 15 next. It doesn't really matter.
They are against pistols. It's totally fine, as you say, but it's more the fact that we get the information and Forrest is just like, yeah, all right, I'm in. I'm all in on that one. You saw pistols? You got what? You got damage to them? All right, I'm there.
He was 0-5. He's now 16-9 for us.
It's pretty good.
Not a bad turnaround. That's why he's considered absolute legend. Always performs even when the team doesn't, but they all are turning up now. It was getting quite dicey at one point. There was 6-1 down. It's now 7-7. So we'll get into the next round, the final round of the first half here. Any AWPs? We do have one for Rez. Remember, Swedish team, they like to juggle it around. It's fine. It keeps things variable and dynamic. As the flashes go towards middle, it's Rez who's going to connect. Same incendiary thrown by Dennis as he tries to stop the mid-cross. And Rez is just looking for anyone getting through there. He's doing a lot of damage here. And Forrest, once again, only good for one this time.
This is the exact problem with that. Dennis fired so many bullets in that Forrest only gets one, and Dennis had to reload and force that a rotation. If he had been ready, he could have actually fired back into that angle because there wasn't a smoke covering the deep side of catwalk. So, bit of an unfortunate situation for Dennis. He was kind of relying, I think, on Forrest to do more with that, but it gives them a bit of access toward ladder room, which can open up a lot of opportunity. Cut off rotations, can start working toward the A side, can also hold the rotations if they want to go B, which it looks like they want to do. Given that there's 1:10, there's still options available, but they are approaching on the B apartments more and more. Nitro gets caught out. Good nade.
So looking good for an IP. Another advantage for them as Dennis holding patiently towards that B side. Nice clever angles there, but you can't avoid the aim for too long. 2 versus 1. Elige with 45 seconds, and now a real chance to do something with it. We'll see whether there's any sort of possibility of getting this bomb down first. If he makes his way towards A, that could be everything. Going to jump through the window here. Maybe go for the backstab. This would be a brave move.
Get right. Oh, he's there. Elige was expecting someone to be up close, crawling through, and it's NIP having taken back that position at ladder that take the round and take the half. 8-7. I was not at all convinced after 4 rounds that it was going to end up like that. Liquid looked dominant early on, but good response. You said it as well. When they lost the money, that's when they lost control.
Yeah, indeed. It took 4 rounds from NIP to break it down, but you could see they did significantly drop off there. They didn't really have a response for NIP, especially Forrest. They tried to throw everything they could at him, including the kitchen sink towards short. Really didn't work out for them, though the splits were so good at the start, but then Forrest started playing CPL, and then all of a sudden, you can see he's fired up now from 0-5 to 17 and 10, I believe. Indeed it is. So we get a halftime score of 8-7, split it right down the middle. We thought Liquid had this game in the bag the way they were going initially, but all bets are off, and we'll get into the second half. And look at the CZ from Nitro. He's ready to defend here. Maybe a straight up B rush as well from NIP. We're seeing a lot of this tournament. Going to slow things down. They've got 1 smoke. That's going to be deployed by Electro. Looks like he'll be throwing it towards the window, I'd imagine. We'll have a look. Straight in towards that killer area to stop those rotations. Now we'll have to play in front of it. Smokes are in. As he falls back, you see how stifling that smoke can be. It's now Taco on the site. Lots of Glocks around. I need to be very careful here. Great shot to kick things off, but only good for 1.
Dennis gets the response kill.
Ooh, what?
/Elige, that was remarkable to take out Forest. Bomb gets dropped for a moment, but they'll gather it back up. The problem being that they're down a man. And the plant comes into question, given that Naf, okay, fair enough, could pop out and potentially spot them. His timing slightly off. It allows Dennis to get it down. He's now ready to hold that said position, but GetRight's got Naf off screen. That brings us back to 3-on-3. Remember, T-side pistol went to Liquid last time. It's the response attempted by NIP. /Elige has other ideas, and so too does Nitro. GetRight left alive, but he's inside of the site and completely surrounded, not with a lot of options to him in that position. So Liquid with both pistols.
Indeed. It's going to tie things up. That one smoke towards short. Flash in, try and overwhelm the one CT on the other side.
Got to go, is that what that means?
Where's that?
The spray that Nitro put out?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that what it means? Gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's like the MSN Messenger.
Yeah.
Gotta go, TTYL.
Give him a nudge as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And well, there it is. /Elige will be looking very crisp with that USP. Twist continues the strong form he's shown as well. Bomb down, though, you'd assume it's going to mean the AK's come out of the third. Some teams like to have the surprise purchase in the second, but it looks like a more conservative approach here for NIP. We are going to get the full distance now, I would say. NIP waiting for the next round. There are 3 SMG to Liquid. Maybe would have preferred another rifle, that's considering they know they're up against the AKs in the next, but still fine. We'll see whether this slow approach from NIP will get them anything at all. Dream scenario, bomb goes down. Otherwise, bait out as many grenades as you possibly can. Make it an expensive round in one way. If you can get a couple of kills, that's ideal, but it's unlikely.
So boost up for GetRight. He'll stay on the outer ledge, so that gives him the possibility of going into the window whenever he wants, ultimately. Bit of a change in that ledge. Used to be a little roof.
Yes, that's
now
right.
It's just a little... I won't say the word pixel walk, because it's not. There is a ledge there, but it almost appears that way when you look at it. It's tiny.
It's a lovely little position. You actually look up in the vent and hold there for rotations as well. There it is. It's a nice little angle to hold if you can get the bomb down, especially. Either way, here we go. Just looking for those 1-digs. Dennis, certainly capable. Considered one of the better pistol players in CSGO. Not this round, though. Twist got his number. Only got no armor here. So as soon as you get hit by any sort of bullets, your aim goes up in the air, you melt away, and they might be able to get one hit. Nice little dink there, at least towards Twist. But it looks like this will be a clean round. Just going to be Forrest to the Glock, trying to do whatever he can. Nice work, to be fair, at that range especially. Gets a couple of dinks on Nitro, gets 1 kill for it. That's an extra $300 for him, means he has 45 into the next round. An extra kill means maybe an extra smoke, right? So
Nitro was like 3 steps from checking that too and decided not to. That's why I think that's why Forrest knew he had it, because he was like, oh, okay, he's running away now. Easy peasy. But you're right, it all counts money-wise. So 9-8. Nip, they'll bring out AKs and 1 Galil in the hands of Lekro. Lekro's a player who's gone through a lot of transformation in even a relatively short career. 2 years, I guess, isn't that short in CS, but
Fnatic,
still.
NIP, Godsend.
Different roles, though, without
Thrown around.
In-game leading.
Yep. He started off in Fnatic, didn't he? Then he went there again. Now he's back in NIP. It's all over the place. But here we go.
Well, started in Godsend, technically.
Godsend, that's right, indeed. And it looks like the AK actually finding a decent trade here. That's an open B side for now. Are they aware of the possibility of the backside coming in? The bomb will be thrown down. Taco, though, this is the play. If Taco looks away for even a second, he'll be done for, but he holds strong. Like Galil will find the frag and maybe even the round here. Yeah, they're going to have to save.
Well, that's the call. So Nip going to tie it back 9-9. Bit of an earlier buy than that which Liquid, or excuse me, that which they brought to the table, I should say, in their CT side in the first half. So bring it level money-wise. The save, FAMAS, bomb plant in. It's going to go the way of a bomb victory. This is all great for NIP. They've only lost 1 player, that being GetRight. His AK picked up by Lekro, so they only sacrifice a Galil. They're starting to build. It's Liquid that needs to be very careful with money yet again.
Absolutely. That's why they saved the 3 weapons. Coming into this one, we did question the fact they had the SMGs. Like, well, you know, the AK's coming out. You got 3 MP9s in that second round. I know the analyst had a big conversation about that yesterday with Cloud9's antics on this particular map. And we've got very questionable at that point with their financial decisions. So, I'm assuming the force buy will come out around these 3 saved weapons. Of course it will. 3 M4s, now 4, and the save FAMAS. And this is pretty huge in the context of this particular game. be indicative of who's going to take the map. There's a smoke towards middle. Get right, throws it. That's the same Molotov. We're seeing a lot of teams do that now. There, we got to see it live. So now he has that gap. It blocks the smoke from actually landing correctly. Makes things very uncomfortable for the ensuing teams. Forrest, though, aware he did it himself in the first half. He knows what that's about. And as we'll be holding middle now. They have got control. As Naf, though, waits patiently. Another default round here from the terrorists. Still have 4 smokes, and you can see them lining them up now. This will connect up. So that's thrown by Alige. He knows they're going to try and get connected control with that smoke going down. He's going to buy a bit of time at least. Not the most effective incendiary, but stops him getting in there for a while. Forrest taken down by Tackers. Good positioning there with the FAMAS. Gets nice and up close. Takes the first kill. Doesn't upgrade to the AKs. Wants to get the hell out of there and avoid any sort of trade potential.
So they'll occupy Cat. It's a bit like Occupy Wall Street, but not the same at all. As they try and head toward B. 3 players there, one of which is Naf. He gets the early peek, takes down Dennis. That now brings Nitro a little bit closer. He can watch the window, support Taco, but also swing to Cat as is required. It would be now as Rez got far and beyond, but Nitro's ready. Trades it as designed and gives Liquid back the lead 10-9.
After saving 3 weapons in the previous round, they win the next with 3 once again. That's a big round for Liquid to pick up. They'll take the lead 10-9. This position was fantastic. Taco is known as a decent anchor towards that B side, and changing things up. You want to throw in some of those aggressive positionings every now and then. You can see how effective they can be, especially against the default. As he gets the kill, fall back, and there will be a force by from NIP. 2 pistols, 3 rifles, one of which is the Galil. Round 20. And it's the execution from NIP. Makes sense. You haven't got the best firepower here. You give yourself a post-plant situation on one of your stars to try and capitalize on the situation, but Nitro's playing on the bomb site here, tucks himself in the corner, and here comes the full commitment from NIP.
Above the smoke though, Nitro! Okay, Dennis, fair enough. Unfortunately for him, I think one of the bullets actually hit the AK and flung it the other direction. It's back on the other side of the box, but Nitro positioned, I thought, well, considering the amount of smoke isolating that position. Dennis has got other ideas. He's gone over the box with the deep smoke to grab said AK and gets a second kill in the round. Alige finally silences him, but what a response so far from NIP, and it gives Rez middle to hold and look back through toward the bomb. Taco reads that perfectly. It's changing and changing again. Bomb's still down, but the man advantage now doubly so in favor of Liquid on the retake as Taco finds Lecro through the edge of the shadow position, and it's Get Right on a CZ, never able to pick up a weapon, who has to try and deny the defuse and cannot do so.
Fuse comes in. It was looking promising there, especially with Dennis's entries there with the CZ. Couple of kills coming forward. The bomb planted. Not what they were looking for exactly. They got the post-plant situation, but didn't have the numbers to convert the round. And Liquid now looking pretty comfortable on the CT side. They know up against an eco now. NIP can't justify another investment here. And Liquid are up 4-1 in the second half. No orbs required just yet. Nitro might want to wait before buying one. Could even just go for a P250 buy here if he really wanted to. And get the orb out next round, but also could purchase it here. We'll see what he decides to do. Terrorist timeout as they assess their situation. As you can see, second round loss bonus with $1,900 per player leaves them at about 3K for each terrorist member. Really not looking too good in that respect. Just a round to decide what can we do here. Talk about the next round as well. How can we possibly get the bomb down here? As Dennis will be deliberating with Lecro, who's now the in-game leader. Remember, it was Dennis in-game leader when he first joined, and that's when NFA looked super weak. He didn't bring a new brand of Counter-Strike at all. It's when Lecro came in, who really didn't have any experience in in-game, was brought over from Fnatic as a replacement for Draken. It was a bit of a switch, and he became the in-game leader, and a really weird decision. No one really believed in it, but this is the best they've looked in maybe a couple of years, so there we go. Deagle's around. Get Right gets some armor. Just the Kevlar, 650. Keeping his money around 2K, that's fine. Around 21 now, and should be quite a convincing one for Team Liquid here.
Yeah, able to take out Forced. Continues to hold on to Catwalk, had support underneath from Alige, and he found Rez down below as Lecro fell victim to the second kill of Naf, so that leaves us with just Get Right and Dennis. They will reconvene, though never really get to the rendezvous point, as Bomb waits in Horseshoe. It's Get right with the Deagle, who's going to be watched very cleverly by Nav. Okay, he does see it. I was going to say, I thought he was looking to the angle of the door, but I was going to say, may not be. Maybe tucked in, expecting him to go up toward mid. He's smarter than that. It's 12 for Liquid.
It is. It really is. And the money's starting to stabilize somewhat for NIP. 5 AKs, though, and Nitro, like we said, he got the MP9 previously. He's thrown that away, and the AWP comes. I was about to say, that'd be a brave move, and you've got all this cash. Depends you throw away around just to save a bit of money there, especially when you close it out. Best of one. Let's just get the rounds on the board here. Nitro hasn't been lighting up the score with 9 kills, but certainly capable on the CT side to cause a bit of damage here in that fight. Decent movement to get up towards short, beats the smokes. Nice little angle for him to hold for any crossing tees here. Flashbang will come in though, needs to be very careful. There's the flash, has to fall back into the smoke. Does he want to challenge again? Probably not now. 42 HP, make it 0. Lekro predicts it, takes him down. Nice opening kill though. Remember, they still have to negate the AWP potential here. Nitro repositions towards short, looking to find the frag and return. Same story for Elige. AK in hand towards that window area. Hits the shot. Nitro, that is, but will go down. Lekro with his second.
Yeah, that's not bad. But unfortunately, you can see that bullet hole just to the right of where we just looked at Taco's perspective. That is why Lekro is alive. Hop shot would have killed him otherwise, but they go back over toward A, which is vacant. Lekro holds boxes at mid.
"45 seconds here. You can see the A side completely open. As soon as that bomb's planted, that is round. CTs will be saving. Lekro gets it all done. And I think it really does dispel, perhaps, the argument that the in-game leaders always get a frag less. Lekro's been fragging harder than ever since he became in-game leader for an IP. But Elige is fighting back. I didn't think they stood a chance, but he's done a very good job at least making this viable. They do have kits, AWP and AK, but the AKs are so valuable on that CT side. You still got the lead here. They are going to at least probe towards the A side and see what's possible. If they had a smoke, I'd really be believing at this point. But NIP can set up that trifecta. They've got 2 players at the A ramp. That's going to be Dennis, joined by Get Right, and the time really is ticking away at this point. Flashbangs deployed. They are going to go for it. Brave move by the CTs, but decent flashbangs, I have to say.
That's a good find on Twist as he crossed over, though. And Dennis still holding off the line. He'll do so fully as he takes down Taco. Nip get into double digits, and we're 2 rounds between them. A back and forth affair. Bomb doesn't detonate. I think everyone would have been safe with their guns at that point anyway, but back and forth affair. The money isn't really established yet for NIP, but this will be last buy for Liquid. This could still break wide open if NIP can win this round.
Good stuff. NIP closing it out. V's there. It was a brave move by Liquid, but they had plenty of cash. They can certainly justify. They've gone for a double orb setup now. Taco, known to actually be pretty handy with the orb pad, wasn't really ever given the opportunity in previous teams. It really has been off the leash within Liquid. It's probably some of the finest CS we've seen him play in terms of individual performances recently. But this really is quite a high impact round. If NIP can close this one out, they're almost certainly going to get to 12-12. But Liquid at the double ops for the first time, and a shot through the smoke. Why not? Twists will find Rez, an annoying death to receive. He wants another one as well. He could get it.
Gets Get Right. That's pretty damn good start from Twist. Very good start, considering what I just said about the money. This is a make-or-break round for either team. Lekro, Forrest, Dennis, all that remain. First shot on Rez. Did he have head armor? I thought I only saw 1 bullet land on that from the M4. It might have been 2 really quickly, but either way, the man's dead.
He is.
He's not hot. Forrest takes ladder. That will give them some availability to try and open up mid and dissect the map. The problem is that the vent is still very much intact, meaning noise trigger.
Yeah, and you can see how Liquid have repositioned now. Same story we talked about in the first half. Good morning. As soon as you get those first picks, you want to be falling back. Avalie does flirt with danger here, but good smoke still. Forrest will find the kill. Can he get another? Certainly not. We said Taco was decent with AWP. It will never be anything too flashy, but he knows the positions and the sort of approach he has to take to find the really important key frags. So that's one of them. 4 versus 2 now, as he watches from a decent angle here, not too dangerous, and he'll have an opportunity at least at another shot before they commit. 15 seconds, they have to stick towards B. Smoke is decent, allows them to cross over. Taco still going to be there with Elige. And it looks like it'll be absolutely fine. Taco hits the shot that really counts. And now Dennis in a 3 versus 1. Shouldn't be able to do too much of this. Maybe I spoke too soon, as the bomb will be planted.
Bomb's going to be planted. Twist is the M4. He's low. Nitro, fair enough. Goes in knowing that he was going to be on the bomb with the pistol out. I was going to say Twist on the M4. If he got dropped, Nitro then would have to find a gun on the retake or take a gamble on the AWP. So closer than you think in the end, but like still find round number 13 NIP with virtue of the bomb plant will be able to force. So although the lost round bonus is only going to be a single round, the bomb plant puts them in a position where they could force. I say that res is low. They may elect to actually sit and let this go one more round so that they're not leaving themselves late in this game. And I take it back because they've got AKs out.
There certainly are going to be holes though. Matt Forrest with no nades whatsoever. Dennis with just a single flashbang. Rez with a pistol. It ain't looking good. A lot of teams would go for the single execution here. Looks like they will be running just a straight up default though. Dennis looking to head towards that A ramp though. Alige on the other side tucks himself in towards Sandwich. Bomb is down towards A, just to know. So this will be a default that ends up in an A split, I'd imagine. Rez holding towards a B apartments for any aggression at the very start. It's going to be Naf towards short once again. And Nitro with the AWP. Looking over the gaps. Knows he has a chance of the crossover to hit one of those difficult shots. So far, so good. No damage really inflicted on either side. Nitro knows there's very little chance they have the AWP. AKs is about all they have, and 3 flashbangs now.
So Twist under Shadow. Sandwich for Elige. Nitro needs to watch Connector and toward A main almost together because they need the information based on the Shadow and Sandwich positions. They're both very vulnerable, but they're powerful given the right information. Nitro, good start, takes down Blackbro. Elige waiting, gets looked at but looked away as Forrest realizes too late, and that gives Elige the information toward Palace. He's got the angle, now they know there's working up Connector. He's got one on either side. He just has to play this to perfection and allow his teammate with the AWP to peek correctly, and that is exactly what happens. Nitro trades off the information. It wasn't even so important for Elige to get a kill, just so long as he could make the right call. Running gun for Rez. No bomb in his possession, but does get at least an op in a 1 versus 2. This is going to be a massive problem for NIP.
It really is. Not looking too good. 5 seconds remaining. Rez gets no cash for the next round as well, but he will save the orb. I'm guessing it looks things are there, no problem. They went for the A attack after the default. Found kills, but that's not quite enough, especially at this stage of the game. 14-10. I feel like they have to go for the buy here. With the AWP, that's just too much not to go for it. Nitro, 1 by 1, takes him down. Alige, fantastic work here, picks up the AK-47, goes to town towards the Palace area, and there we have it. It will be the force buy for NIP. They can't afford this one to slip by.
You know, maybe I should be on Chad's side. So if Liquid were to win this, it would be the first ever Canadian major winner.
That's true.
For Twist. We're a long way away from that, but I'm just,
We've got a chance, a couple of UK winners, mate. That's happening. Complexity and big in the final.
All right, Henry.
Against each other.
You want to lay a wager?
Whatever. You've definitely got a higher chance than me.
Canada versus UK. Who's going to win a CSGO major first?
All right. Well, I think you've got a much higher chance. So I've got to have
bet or not. You've got 2 players.
I'll think about it. I'll get back to you. You've only got 1 in this stage?
There's others, but
yeah.
Twist is my, my horse in the race.
Okay, fair enough. Complexity looked lightning hot earlier. That was very cool to watch. Either way. Deagles, CZs trying to avoid match point. They've got 1 smoke, a couple of flashbangs. Really isn't looking good. It's Reds with the AWP. He needs to try and open a pick for them. Not against the double AWP setup anymore, but still, Naf. This could just be so destructive. They're going to commit, have to run through the flames. They can't really afford to go back. Now they've got nothing. They've got no flashes, they've got no grenades, and just the pistols in the AWP. But how do they really break down this bomb site? I think they know they're done for as well. That incendiary really did ruin their chances. Sabotage did almost. As Taco now looking to spray them down, they have to commit. It's getting a little bit dicey for Naf, but they line up for him. Very convincing in the end, and I don't think Rez will be able to save this weapon. He could have a chance here. That's not bad at all. 20 seconds. Could he be the savior for an IP?
Rez still desperate to find one more before going for the bomb, and the subsequent plant. Smoke down on top of it will allow him not to be open from window when he does grab it. But the second he tries to plant is the second they'll pounce, and you could see that coming a mile away from the X-ray. Nitro gets in position, and Liquid get map point.
They certainly do. No bomb planted, just denoted the end there. Decent attempt by Rez, a couple of nice shots, but unfortunately, still find themselves 15-10, and money's absolutely wrecked. I was about to say, Naf looked like he was in trouble, but of course, he's so good in those sort of positions. One of my favorite players to watch defend on the CT side. So calm, so precise. And now NIP really do have a lot of work to do. They'll take a tactical timeout, of course, and see what's available to them. It's $2,500 pretty much on the nose for each player.
Someone's just brought up a good point.
What's that?
If complexity win, we actually tie. Because Android and Def.
That's
so really it's Smoothie versus Twist.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take that. Maybe not to win the whole thing and see who gets further.
That was Bach that brought that up. Yeah, alright.
Yeah, that is a good point.
That bet continues on.
Why don't we both just support complexity? Then we've both got an equal.
But that's not the point, right?
Okay,
like, if we tie, we just shake hands and we say it's all good. But we got, there's a bit of a wager. We got to have some fun.
Yeah, fair enough. Doesn't really work as a bet if everyone wins.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. Then could be the final round. As you can see, grim times for NIP. They hit that rough start as well. 6-1 down. They brought it back. They lost both pistols. It was a good game up until the last few rounds where Liquid have just looked way too comfortable.
Although if we want to be bros, we can just cheer for them together. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
we can do that. It could be our thing.
I do cheer for them anyway. I think it's great to see a couple of the good names coming through finally. It's taken us 10 years to get back to a place for the UK's even relevant, but there we go. It will be the CZs, the Deagles, and a bit of mid-control. Not too bad for an IP just yet. I'm not saying this is a foregone conclusion. If they can get the CZs in here with a decent flash, maybe there's a chance, but Twist doing everything he can to avoid it. Now he needs to fire to bait his teammate. That's so powerful. As he fired those shots is everything. They knew what they had to do there. That's the system. He gets smoked out. He just fires speculative shots. He just takes the aggro, and that should be round. And indeed, the game 4 versus 2. Unless Nitro has some absolute disastrous shots here. It looks like it's in the bag, and indeed it is. Nice clinical finish there from Liquid. Good game from NIP, considering they're down 6-1. They had financial woes throughout that first half, Matt. I was impressed they brought it back to a realistic situation, but towards the end, especially when the double orbs came out for me, Liquid just looked way in control over the entire second half.
They absolutely did. And you are right, it was money that kind of made things awkward for them, both in the first half and then in the early stages of the second. But yeah, the 16-10, it's pretty convincing at the end when they do stretch their legs, and there was some very encouraging signs from Elige, Naf, Twist, Nitro up there as well, despite in-game leading. Taco continues to be informed. The whole team is firing on all cylinders. That said, Henry, we're going in vision. I thought we were going to go to an interview. I was waiting for Nicholas to tell me. I got really excited, and then he just said we're coming on camera, which isn't that exciting. I'm sorry.
Well, now NIP are now 1-1. Liquid go 2-0. You need 3-0 to make it to the next stage, so they're looking likely to do it. A lot of people are saying that Liquid could win the whole major. It was Cloud9 last time with their surprise shock victory. I don't think it'll be a shock of Liquid doing it. They're a great unit overall. They're not relying on star power. They're just a great team in general.
Yeah, and it would be cool to see back-to-back North American organizations picking up the win. That said, Freya is on the floor with Team Liquid.